considering only leftist ideas acceptable for dissemination. The very ideal of education to create an atmosphere of open inquiry is tacitly mocked in favor of the monolithic liberal agenda. But academic integrity is not the only victim of doctrinaire left-wing academic bias. Truth itself is a casualty as the result of a disturbing trend in academia to fully embrace postmodern moral relativism. How can ideas flowing from traditional values receive a proper airing when the prevailing dogma emphatically rejects moral absolutes? How can students be expected to further their grasp on reality when the university atmosphere teaches that truth is a social construct largely defined by power? Yet, as Shapiro shows, the assault on absolute morality is the basis for every brainwashing scheme of the left. We should all shudder when we realize that the university establishment is training our youth to believe there is no such thing as a neutral or objective claim, and that there is no such thing as evil, except perhaps for political conservatives and big corporations. When a prominent Princeton University professor is not ridiculed and shunned, but celebrated for arguing that it is moral to murder disabled newborn human beings, we ought to understand that something is seriously wrong with our campus culture. And these warped perspectives can't help but have a stunningly damaging impact on the future of this nation, as today's students are tomorrow's leaders. Despite the bleak picture Shapiro paints, he does not close on a pessimistic note. In his three-step action plan, he offers a number of practical solutions as part of a multi-pronged strategy to deal with this multifaceted problem. Brainwashed is a sober and engaging treatment of a serious problem that should concern every parent, student, and lover of liberty in America today. Introduction: Indoctrinating the Youth. It is imperative that our classrooms be free of indoctrination. Indoctrination is not education. Robert M. Berdahl, Chancellor, University of California, Berkeley. If only our educators believed this. For years, the university system has brainwashed its students to believe fervently in the tenets of liberalism. The universities accept into their waiting clutches young, open-minded students ready to learn. They turn out mainstream liberals spouting the Democratic Party line, and that's just the moderate students. Students often graduate believing in the mythic power of Marxism and hating the racist American system. From race to the environment, from religion to sex, from the war on terror to the Arab-Israeli conflict, universities push a never-ending line of liberal claptrap. The higher education system indoctrinates America's youth. The vast majority of the professoriate is leftist. This is an uncontested fact. A poll conducted of Ivy League professors and administrators at liberal arts and social science faculties showed that 84% voted for Al Gore in 2000, as opposed to 9% for George W. Bush. 57% identified themselves as Democrats, while only 3% identified themselves as Republicans. Leftists argue that professorial bias is irrelevant to their teaching. They say that even if a professor is liberal, he or she will undoubtedly offer a balanced view. This is blatantly false. As they do in the mainstream media, liberals dominate the higher education scene. And just as in the media, the liberal tilt is extremely real and extremely influential. Professors generally feel no need to keep their personal biases out of the classroom. American Association of University Professors General Secretary Mary Bergen explains that to separate bias from teaching would be impossible. It is the job of the faculty to decide which critical, relevant, and commanding viewpoints to concentrate on in the classroom. University of California at San Diego professor Linda Brodkey argues that to teach both sides of the story is unnecessary. Rather, students must only be assured that there is always free debate. UCSD Provost David Jordan is more blunt. Why should I teach a point of view I don't agree with? College students are attacked with bias from the moment they step on campus until the time they leave it. The effect is devastating. The typical college student has just left the cocoon of the lower educational system. A fall 2001 survey of entering college freshmen revealed that